like there's it's not like that's like the cell that FTX is under control, right? It's more like, no, dude, like we've all got our orders up, we've all got it set up, you know what I mean? So it's a large portion of that. It's not just like, okay, FTX owns all that stuff. It's more like, dude, they're in a rock and a hard place. Like they've got no place to go. And that's really exciting for me.
Well, when the squeeze started, there was about 14.8 million cell token in circulation.
Yeah.
I think Celsius themselves removed about 2 or 3 million, possibly even 4 over the course of those few weeks. And so the community is literally probably taken about 50% of what's available, and now we've got 6.2 million in circulation at the minute.
Yeah, man, we need like 2 or 3 whales, and man, this thing could flip upside down.
Yeah, just a buy order for $1 million. Boom, off we go.
If it's a pity you can't see all the orders on like 1 inch, because if people could actually see the amount of orders for set at 100 or whatever, that would attract a whole lot of other people, I reckon.
Isn't there like a ton of orders already, all the way up to like $13? Like a ton. There's a bunch of momentum.
I had some up to 150.
Yeah, I've got an order at 1,000.
Wow, nice.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have an order at 100 and 200.
yeah, I've done all over between like 100 and 200, and then I also have a moonshot at like $500 and $1,000.
So yeah, what happens if you have because I know on 1 inch you can do multiple limit orders across the board.
Yeah.
So is there a chance they'll skip over your 100 and go to your 500, or did you split it out?
Somebody was talking about this. It does it in the most economical fashion. So if there's like a small order where the gas fees or the payback is not going to be economical, it's going to skip your order and go to the next one that might be in a bigger chunk. Or because if you're so small and it costs too much to do the exchange or transaction, then it'll skip that one.
Yeah, if you have a low amount of tokens and the ones around you are kind of higher up, they'll just skip it. Yeah.
Does anyone know if you can change the slippage on an existing order, or do you have to set the slippage before you make an order?
Yeah, set it before, I believe.
Right. Okay. I might have to put all my orders in again then, just in case.
What kind of slippage are we looking at?
Well, somebody had to set theirs to 15% the other day on Uniswap to buy some cell tokens at a particular price.
The slippage is really dependent on your particular situation. How much do you want to sell? How much liquidity there is on the market? What will be the price impact? The more you try to sell at once, the higher the slippage you need to use. Because
and the less liquidity in the pool, the higher you're going to need to.
I thought you needed. I thought you just needed on 1 inch, you just need extra ETH in your wallet to pay for everything.
Or does a slippage only matter for buyers? Because the guy that was trying to buy and not sell.
Now, does that not matter for the squeeze? Because once the cascade gets going, the price is just going to continue to go up no matter what. I'm curious what you guys think about that. Because 45 million cell could close out all of the short, assuming it was all available.
What do you mean 45 million? I don't know where that came from.
Do you mean what's locked up?
There's 6
no. What? Okay, so if you go and look at the total of cell in existence, right, and you take into account everything that's within the Celsius wallet, so on Celsius, what's remaining outside of Celsius, according to Lakshmi Bell, and also kind of from what I could see on the blockchain, is about 40. I believe it's 45 million cell. Don't quote me on that. It's either 35 or 45. And I didn't begin to look into it until Lakshmi Bell pointed out in his YouTube video.
Oh,
So
we're talking about stuff that's on exchanges. That's why we're
Yeah.
monitoring exchanges.
Yeah,
So
Right.
that's locked up in people's personal private stuff. That doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
There's
So-
6.6 million tokens across all exchanges right now.
So what do you think happened to somewhere? But what do you think about that resurfacing?
Yeah, that's not a big deal. That's not if it's there, we're not concerned about it. If it's on the exchange, then we're tracking it, right?
Those are
Okay.
likely the liquidity pools too.
Okay. I was just wondering if that could be, and I don't really think Alex would dump some cell token that he has outside of Celsius, because obviously he's under the microscope right now. But I was just curious if that could impact the cell, if you guys were worried about that impacting the squeeze at all. Because to me, if you don't consider that the amount that's outside of cell total and that's off the exchanges, then the squeeze seems like a slam dunk.
So what's your source for that amount? Because my understanding was what it was more like significantly lower than that. Well,
No,
what
Lock Spell did the math on that. I saw that video. He just said, "Hey, I did the math." He didn't like prove it. Not that he would need to. I trust him. He's always been very honest on everything that he's done. So I have no reason to doubt him on that. But that's what he said.
There's 93% estimated locked in Celsius.
the total number is 692 million cell.
692 million cell in total, but like 93 to 94% of that, possibly a little bit higher, is locked up in Celsius wallets in the app itself and the treasury. So what's available now is 6.2. Well, it's 6.6, I think, when I last checked.
Yeah.
So essentially, there's 6% of the entire supply still outside of Celsius, and there's less than 1% on the exchanges. Those extra cell tokens could be in wallets that have lost keys, or we have had whales on our side that have basically withdrew from FTX to try and bring out some wallets that they have in the background, and it worked a couple of weeks ago. Then there was that day where FTX got bled down to less than 400 cell tokens. I'm thinking if they had extra wallets with cell token in, that would have been the day that they would have drew those cell tokens in. And the people like the Privateer and Green Guppy would have noticed these things, extra wallets. So I do know for a fact that Celsius community members have sent to exchanges that don't list cell token, because they can confuse the token seller and sello for sell, and they've sent it to their ERC20 address at an exchange and not been able to retrieve it. So that's happened a few times, but that amount might be negligible. Yeah, so don't know.
No, we're gonna have to slow. It's all a slow drain. If they're in hidden wallets, it's going to be coming out, because they're going to keep needing to reserve themselves before they go out to the marketplace. So it could it is a slow drain from either side if everyone's playing it right.
Right.
Yeah, and we're going to hit a critical mass, and once the right person hears about it and realizes the opportunity, they should just pour in like crazy. Kind of like what happened with GameStop and what's the other one? AMC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because that I didn't hear about that till way later on, but people were just dumping money in, like it didn't even matter.
Right.
Like, they don't care if you lose money.
That's why I don't really worry too much. I was just asking about that extra supply, because in the end, there's the squeezers, right? And then there's the speculative people that will come in just when they see the price rising, that'll buy to buy. So hopefully between squeezing and then just speculative investors, the price will just go up no matter what. And anything that comes up on the market cheap, hopefully will just get bought up.
And shorters will go long as well to try and recoup losses.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Are you trying to break a record?
What?
Are you trying to break the record?
For what?
Long space?
10-hour room. You've got to beat my record for a 10-hour room.
15 hours is the record.
But yeah, hey, I think we're still going.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Why do you think I keep on hopping in and out? I gotta take a break.
All right. Well, carry on.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, I stopped the conversation. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No,
you did.
man. Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
So
Hey, how
yeah.
do I pin something to the top again? My bad.
You go to
On the bottom right, Jesse, on the bottom right of a tweet, you'll notice a little box with an arrow sticking out of it. You tap on that, and then right at the top of the menu is the group chat.
no.
You said on the bottom right of the tweet, I want to share.
What you got?
It's like a half a box with an arrow sticking
Yeah,
out
with
of
the
it.
arrow. Yep, I got
Yeah.
that. I tapped that already.
Yeah,
Oh,
and right
okay. Never
right at
mind.
the top.
I got it.
Right there you
I got
go,
it.
my man.
That shit wasn't showing up before. It makes me look like an idiot now, but I was never able to see that before. So thank y'all. I pinned something to the top of the tweet. It's Mashinsky at Consensus 2019, and it's his Kumbaya fuck banks. That little excerpt. If nobody's seen it,
I'll watch a little bit. Oh yeah, but so you think they're just going to join the long side right after they know they're beat?
That seems to be the general theory by people.
It would be
that
in
know
their
more
best
than me.
interest.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Makes sense.
They're gonna get pissed off at each other though, because someone's gonna start front running it, and then be like, "Oh, guys, come on, it's still possible, guys." Oh,
Yeah, no,
dude,
we can't
that's
have that.
Star Wars with the two walls coming in on you, and you're like, "Hey, man, we're playing chicken for keeps."
What we should all do is like put a load of shorts in at $100 and just like kill them all again on the way down.
What's always been strange for me is the spot order book. Like, if you look at it, there's just this, and Ori's mentioned this many times, there's this just giant buy bid at 1 cent. It used to be around 20 million. It's 14 million now, but people are there. There's this 14 million sell buy at 0.01 cent.
It's
It's
14 now. It was
Huh?
16 a couple days ago.
Yeah, who
there for
has
fear.
that?
That's what traders do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the whole short.
They're desperate. They're fucked, right? So they're like, okay, we're going to try and freak people out that are uneducated, right? So if you don't know anything about trading, then you look at that and you're like, oh my gosh, it's going to bring us all the way down there. And it's like, wait, why would it? That doesn't make sense. That's
They
not how
could
that
have
works.
moved it.
Well, my theory is somebody owes somebody 14 million sell, so they want to bring the sell price down to 0, buy the 14 million, and pay back their loan. That's my 2 cents. Of course, I don't have any proof for it, but that's my interpretation.
Where'd you come up with that?
Why else do you think they would want to buy 14 million sell?
No, it's a fear trade. That's what I'm saying. So they pretend like it's going to go down to that level, and they put a bunch of money, right, to make it look like, oh my gosh, it's going to force it down to there. But that's not how that works. Like everyone has to agree on prices. It's at like somewhat when it comes to this stuff, right? So it's not like for example, if I went and said, I want to go buy Bitcoin at $1 million, guys. Okay, cool. You might see me buy Bitcoin at $1 million. Does that mean everyone else is going to go and do that? So that's the thing, is like it's a fake out, right? It's not real. It doesn't have any effect.
Yeah, I agree absolutely that there's these fake walls that people place in order to manipulate or scare. But the way I would do it, if I was doing it that way, I would just place a giant sell wall of sell tokens, and that's how I would scare people.
And the market's starting to tank a little bit.
No, the shorters know that if they're pulling down the price, the shorters know that all the squeezers, they're just going to get it cheaper at that point.
Yeah, like the point is they want it to make it look like there's somebody sitting down there because it's definitely going to happen because that guy knows something, right? And oh my gosh, he's so smart. So we all might as well just go home because that guy's got money and he must know everything. So let's let it go down to zero, and like that's like the thinking I think they're trying to kind of inject there, but it's not reality.
The Arm Bridge is up 500% in the last month. That's nuts. Anyone else want to come up and speak? Questions? Anything?
I'm calling it a night. See you guys. Have a good one.
Night.
Later.
Actually, I've got a question. On Friday, there was a group that met for Celsius to decide on a plan. Which group was that?
I don't know. I don't think I was there. I don't know.
Joe, was that you?
Sorry, I was distracted. What you asked?
Friday, did you have a spaces for going over a plan? Do you remember?
I don't think we had on Friday. We had one earlier today, and then I think
Friday was the only day I think we took off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I didn't do a room Friday.
I thought there was
Friday I did a room.
It's like a
You had that
shareholders
marathon
group or something.
You had the
Right,
marathon
yeah,
spaces Thursday night, so Friday we were all dead.
It'll be Voldemort's Voldemort's like room or space or Telegram group where he's got the top 50, top 100, top like depositors. He's like Voldemort's been trying to like poach them, so that's probably what that was.
Okay.
Do you know who they are?
I'm only calling him Voldemort because Cellcat's sick and tired of hearing his name. So.
So wait, does he know who any of them are?
I don't know, but I did see something the other day about some sort of Telegram group or something for like the top 100. He was putting out tweets like, if you're a top 100 sell holder, get like or token or depositor. If you're a top 100 depositor, get in touch. And I seen those tweets the other day.
Was that Simon tweeting that?
Let's not. Don't. He who shall not be named. Voldemort.
Sorry.
All right. Either way, he's an English douchebag. So. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
It's SD, man. We just call him SD.
Yeah.
Small dick.
Dick, son.
I'm just kidding, guys. Really.
Ian might want to try and take over Celsius, but we're not going to let him. Okay, so the antagonist of Alvin and the Chipmunks. He, this guy, he's got to go back to his own movie because I think we're just not part of it, So it's just okay.
What?
I mean, Ian Hawke buying Bitcoin's kind of neat, but I'm just not down to be part of the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie series franchise. I got him a cat, and we got Jason here, and he's a dog. But like, I didn't sign up for this, I'm just. Not, he might want to recruit some animals, but
let him do his thing. It doesn't hurt. It might be some good ideas that can be taken out of there, and hopefully others come forward.
Perfectly fine. Yep. I just wish he would just stop tweeting.
Yeah, he's got to tone it down. I think
that's it.
Yeah, he was being attacked there for a while, so I think he had to felt like he had to go on the offensive. But at this point, let him just work on the plan. I think we need to figure out how to attract other people too.
Really good. I think that's just the point.
Wait,
he will attract other people.
Joe, what were you saying?
You're right, Joe. You're right.
Yeah,
it will attract other people.
As long as we're not toxic back with him, yeah, we can call him out on some of his tweets. But if we don't go crazy on him every time, other people hopefully will feel confident that, you know, it's a good community to come forward to and try to present plans.
Yeah. No, yeah, we do need to start making our own plans in a way, just as a safeguard. Like we should just brainstorm those ideas just in case, you know. Because if we decide we want to do a proposal, we can. Because we can counter offer and whatnot, you know.
How crazy would it be if the community like really organized and got, not through a DAO necessarily, but in some way, I don't even know how this would look, but like got organized and kind of got into the UCC, get our proposal across that we want this to be kind of taken over by the community. You know, Alex could have a role in it. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. You know, there's a lot that's going to play out over the next few months. But we want to get this thing out of Chapter 11, right?
Well, if
right
we
now,
can come up with a
the
really
lawyers are going to
good
be the
plan,
lawyers.
Good idea.
yeah, Joe, if we can come up with a really good plan, I don't see why people wouldn't chip in like $50, $100 to pay for an attorney to present it, because like to make it into a legal document and all that. Unless we haven't heard it in a
Dude,
group.
I would put down half my account to let that happen. You know.
Right. I think
if it's possible,
our main problem with Simon,
that's fine.
Yeah, I think our main problem with Simon is that, you know, we know he's a businessman. He's an investment banker. He's got his vision, which is definitely very different from, you know, what Celsius was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like if we can put together something that kind of keeps Celsius more intact, works with the regulators to get him off Celsius's back, and people have the option, you know, to like get everything transparent where you see exactly what the hole is. And as soon as it comes out of Chapter 11, people have the option to basically withdraw what they have in there minus the hole, plus maybe like a 1%, I don't know, liquidation fee, because you're gonna have to sell off tokens or whatever it is to get it back to them, and transfer fees. But, you know, basically at any point, any people have the option to cash out if they don't feel confident that this council that we put in place or this organization that we put in place is managing things right. And then a month later, let's say that hole goes down from, you know, 40% to 30%, people can choose to cash out then. And by cashing out, they will basically get, at a discount, they would get maybe some equity in the company. All current shareholders would be diluted. Basically, they'd be diluted by issuing new shares that's dilutional to previous equity holders.
And transfer to us.
Right, and it gets
Ordinary or preferred?
I don't know. That's too technical for me.
Yeah, come on, man. You don't even know that.
But, you know, basically, it's a way to raise
come
money.
on, man. You don't even know that.
It's a way to raise money from
What's the answer? I want to know.
Preferred. It says it in the name, preferred.
Yeah,
Ordinary.
Preferred is the one you would want because they
Yeah.
go higher in the line.
Yeah.
Joe, continue.
Yeah, so basically, you know, people have the option to cash out at a discount, which fills the hole for their, you know, account, and they get equity in its place. And then people can choose to hodl and work the way out of the hole. But at any point, you see exactly what the hole is, you know, what the balances are, what's owed to depositors, and what's on hand. And as that hole goes down, people at any point can cash out because they need the money or because they don't have faith in the new management. And also, you know, people that cash out will get some sort of equity. Other people can also add additional capital if they want to invest in Celsius.
All right, mute your mic.
Yeah.
But the point is to just basically have it like kind of community led, not owned. You know, we'll get shares based on the dilution of previous holders, but that can go to, again, people cashing out at a discount, people that hodl.
They'll be happy with something because it won't be worth nothing.
Right, and it cuts out the problem of having an investment banker that basically, you know, has a whole new vision, which is good. Let them do it. I mean, like if nothing else gets put forward, the main thing is to get out of Chapter 11. Chapter 11, the only people that are going to win are the lawyers. Those are the only people that we should not trust.
Yeah, we would need a boss lawyer if we were going to try this.
No. We don't need a boss lawyer. We just need someone that's able to present. It doesn't have to be some superstar.
Hey, Jason, you know, I just figured it out. All we got to do, okay, hear me out. 15
But
minutes,
no,
Photoshop, 3 separate vague ways out of this, and it's going to be four sentences or less, and then we're going to present that to Celsius at least 4 or 5 times, and we're going to see how it goes. So I think we're going to get it done that way. That's going to work really well.
no, but no matter what Joe's saying, the plan that you're pretty much
Feel a little
presenting
more optimistic here.
is what they're kind of saying they want to do. It's just
Right.
hopefully we see the details that there will be like a way to cash out over maybe like time. See if they can give us a little more insight on what they want to try, and it might be exactly almost the same thing. Hopefully, because I like that because after a little while, some people might subside and be like, okay, I might chill a little longer. I might stay. It has a lot of very well balanced parts to it.
Yeah, it's just very hard to organize.
Yeah, it would be difficult.
We'll see what happens on the 8th. Maybe they'll show us something more. Hopefully,
Yeah, the
8th,
way
10th, whatever day.
the court system
The 10th,
drags out.
8/10, 8/10.
Yeah, we're not
I'm
going to get
telling you,
much more information.
I filled out for the Zoom. It says the 8th. I am still in debates with everyone on this. I have to see. I'll try tomorrow again. See
I'm cool
changes.
with it being the 8th. That's 2 days sooner. So